Jack always said the right things, always. And Jack always had a way of articulating. He had a wonderful sense of communication because he kept things simple, and he wrote them for everybody in our company. He didn't write them for the leaders and the sophisticated, even the MBA students. He wasn't writing for them. He was writing for everybody. He believed that what he wrote could be understood and believed in by anyone in the factory, right? Anyone on the engineering tables, anyone in any space. And he always got that right. He had a great knack for all of that. But what influenced me was, and I lived close enough to Jack, and I knew him well enough personally, it's this notion of never once being satisfied about anything. There was always a better way. The best example I give, Jack will remember it, it's never really talked about outside, but it changed our company in a really big way. So Jack goes down and visits Walmart, which is then a company that is blowing it out, right? It's the fastest growing retailer. It's basically knocking everybody out of the space. It's just on a total run. And Jack goes down and he spends 2 days with the leadership team there. And what he does, what he takes out of that, forget the story about why they're a great retailer and all that stuff. He says, look, you got to see the way they manage themselves. This is now a big, incredibly complex and sprawling company that has stores on every corner in every part of the country. And what do? They send all their leaders out on airplanes on Monday morning. And the leaders go out and they look at the merchandising in all the stores all around the country, and they look at their competitors' merchandising. They come home on Friday. They report out to the entire leadership team what they saw. They then, over the weekend, rally all the merchandisers to put together new stuff so that on Monday they can roll out all the success stories and pull back all the bad ones, right? And that's the rhythm. But what he learned from that was a big company, getting bigger every day, still having a pulse that operates every week. And he came back to GE and he invented a thing called QMI, which we call Quick Market Intelligence. I'm in the aircraft engines business. We develop a new product about every 8 years, right? At that stage of our life. So we get 8 years to think about it, design it, and then put it out. And Welch says, where's your QMI? Well, what we forgot, and what we were in the stages of really changing to, was of course this service economy. And we had this huge services business with maintenance guys on every runway, in every field in the world, turning wrenches on GE engines. They knew everything there was to know about our engines, the performance of those engines, all that was necessary to make the airlines operate better. And how did we access that? We didn't. We just let it basically become an annuity for the company. And what QMI did for us was it turned our entire eye toward the fast-moving end of our company. And all of a sudden, the services business dominated the product development business. And we created opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to serve airlines better. Think about our world in a whole different way. But that was an idea that came from a retailer, domestic retailer in the US, right? But that's Jack. He woke up, he went down there on a mission, and he took the 1 or 2 things that his company could learn from. He brought them home. And then we did something about it, right? That's the difference between GE and I think most companies. We always did something about whatever it is we saw. We didn't sit around and talk about it. We didn't have wonderful charts and presentations. QMI is a clumsy, stupid way of describing the way Walmart goes to business. But that's what we did. And every business did it. Some moaned about it and groaned about it, and some didn't. But to watch it then take over the company and change the pace of our company, and then build an incredible services franchise for the company, which today is the discussion that Jeff and the new leadership team at GE talk about. That all started with these simple, straightforward ideas and the passion of a leader to want to inculcate his company with new thinking. That's what I learned from Jack.